We are getting closer and closer to Liverpool returning, with the Reds set to face Nottingham Forest on Saturday. In today's video, we have some really good news, as the Reds have been handed a massive boost ahead of the clash. Not only that, we will also be going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes the leaks of our new Adidas home kit. There is so much to cover, but before we do get into today's video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool meet AC Milan in their first Champions League game of the season in a week's time, but their Italian counterparts are struggling to sell out the San Siro. After a season out of the competition, the Reds kickstart their European campaign under Arne Slot with a trip to AC Milan on Tuesday, September 17th. It will be the Reds' second game in a run of 7 before international fixtures again disrupt the domestic calendar, and an early chance to get points on the board in the new format. The club received an allocation of 4,395 tickets for away supporters, which will sell out once the sales are complete early this week. The same cannot be said for AC Milan. With a week to go, Milan still have thousands of tickets for sale around the San Siro, and there is a conscious over the reasoning why. Firstly, Milan have failed to win a game so far this season with 2 draws and a defeat, and the price of the tickets are steep to say the least. The remaining tickets for the match, inclusive of hospitality seats, range from £294 to £49. For a comparison, Liverpool's most expensive regular adult seat in Europe this season is £61. Corriere dello Sport headline of the matter reads, "Liverpool is coming, but the fans are cold, and it's not hard to see why." As per Sampa Milan, a ticket in the second Rosso section equivalent to the upper main stand costs £117 a piece against Liverpool, but in the same section for the next Serie A match it only costs £49. They go on to say that in the dedicated family section, a ticket costs £108 against the Reds. Rightly, nothing a family of 3 for 4 usually doesn't have a spare, but €387 to €516 to spend on one game. Ticket prices are spiraling out of control seemingly everywhere we look these days, and Milan is proving to be no exception despite their sale for this match being open to anyone. The San Siro can house 75,923 spectators, but currently they do not look close to achieving that figure for the Reds' visit. Liverpool are set to switch from Nike to Adidas from the 2025-2026 season onwards, and fans are already excited about the possibilities that will come from the return of a former kit manufacturer. Nike have supplied Liverpool's kit since 2020, but this season is said to be their last, as Adidas are poised to take over for the next 5-year cycle. Sports Business were the first to report that the German brand were the winning bidder back in April, and footy headlines have now said the deal has been signed. The deal with Adidas is set to be higher than the current Nike contract, which includes a base fee of £30 million and will mark a reunion after a 13-year separation. Adidas becomes synonymous with Liverpool over 2 different spells between 1985 and 1996 and 2006 to 2012, leaving fans excited over the possibilities of what's to come. Now the reliable footy headlines have released the first leak of next season's home kit. Now, before you rush to the comments and say it's too soon, footy headlines have been right every single time with regards to leaked kits, even at this time of year. Here is the first mock-up. In its first leak, it has got fans divided, but what do you think? Let me know down there in the comment section below. In a massive boost ahead of our Premier League return against Nottingham Forest, Curtis Jones has returned to full training after missing the last 2 games through a muscle injury, and now will be in contention to play this weekend. Curtis Jones has caught the eye in pre-season as someone that could thrive under Arne Slot's system, so we here at LFC News are looking forward to his impact. Federico Chiesa also trained and could be in line for his debut. Then, with Alexis McAllister, he did feature off the bench last night against Colombia, so will likely be ready for this weekend. So, a positive injury update all around, and in turn provides us a massive boost ahead of the weekend. Mo Salah is an elite player and wants elite awards for his performances. This season he is targeting a big trophy with Liverpool. As supporters, we love winning the League Cup and the FA Cup. The players too would be ecstatic if they were to lift either this season. However, for the best in the world, they desire the biggest trophies in club football, and the league title and the Champions League. Salah has one of each, but for a player who will end his career as one of Liverpool's greatest ever, he deserves and wants more. Speaking on the Premier League's YouTube channel, the Egyptian said, "We just need to carry on and try to win a big trophy this season. As a player who didn't grow up in the UK, Salah's first football experiences were on the Champions League, and he is often named winning the European Cup as the best moment of his career. He said, "My earliest memory was watching the Champions League matches. I've always loved watching Zidane, Totti, and the Brazilian Ronaldo. It's an amazing feeling when you hear that music now before kickoff." With Liverpool back at Europe's top table this year, the Reds have another chance to add to their 6 titles, and while these are early days, Arne Slot's Reds have shown they could compete this year. Salah was asked what the new head coach has done to start so well, saying, "We've had a few conversations. I think so far the team is playing really well, which is the most important thing. Myself also playing well." Key to any silverware success will of course be Salah from the right wing. He already has 3 goals and 3 assists from Liverpool's first 3 matches. The Egyptian now sits 5th on the Liverpool all-time top scorer list with 213 goals, which for any player is astonishing. A game that might not be best remembered for the famous "Oh F off even Flanagan has scored" tweet is one that also triggered tears in Tottenham's dressing room, as Kyle Walker has revealed. Allow us to take you back to December 15, 2013. Liverpool made the trip to White Hart Lane and put 5 unanswered goals beyond a hapless Tottenham side. Luis Suarez scored twice, and even John Flanagan got himself on the score sheet in what was Spurs' worst home defeat in 16 years. They did not even have a shot on target. Just a day later, manager Andrea Villas-Boas was sacked after barely 18 months in charge, and Walker has revealed there was a lot of crying in Tottenham's dressing room at the news. Speaking on his BBC podcast, "You'll Never Beat Kyle Walker," the ex-Spurs defender conceded that the team did not do the Portuguese manager any justice. He said, "I can remember when we left and I will never forget it. I swear to you, I will never ever forget it. We are sat in the auditorium and we got the wind that he was going. Levy sacked him, but he was still in the building and we were still ready to train. He came downstairs. He started crying in front of us, and I remember his assistant was telling him to put it together. He started crying. I've got tears running down my eyes. A lot of the lads had tears. Michael Dawson's is welling. He can't stop crying. He's emotionally crying because that's how much he meant to the lads. We probably didn't do him any justice on the pitch because that's why he got sacked, but for the 10 to 12 men to be crying because the manager had gone, he had done something really well in the dressing room. Football aside, he's emotionally connected with us all. As a team, we probably let him down a bit." It was quite the chastening defeat for Tottenham, who just had 8 years later Villas-Boas would retire from management altogether to assume the role of Porto president, a title he attained this year. Spurs have had 6 different permanent managers since Levy sacked Villas-Boas in 2015, plus a handful of caretakers. The 5-0 drubbing really is a gift that keeps on giving. Liverpool fans, what are your thoughts on the massive boost ahead of the Forest game? Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And also let me know your score predictions for that match. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.